What if you could have a blueprint for the wealthiest company, the wealthiest business that you really admire, who you want to become? If you could have that blueprint, not a coaching program, not a course, not a book, but actual blueprint, and there's a caveat, you can't make a mistake. It's created for you. If you follow the blueprint, if you follow the steps, there's 100% guarantee you will achieve that level of wealth. Period. End of story. So, today, I would like to give you that blueprint. The continuation of my 10 principles of wealth creation. Today, we're going to talk about implementation. Today, we're going to talk about implementation as a ninth principle of wealth creation. When it comes to implementation, there are 3 stages: creation, delivery, and continuation. Let's break it down. Before we continue, let's get the definition right. So in the last video, in the last episode, we talked about what is wealth. Wealth is not money. Wealth is not monetary substance that you have. It's not the money in your bank account. The wealth is a value that you create, your ability to create value. When you communicate, when you resonate, this is the last episode that we were talking about, the resonance as a wealth creation principle, because you have to have resonance with everybody in your company, with your audience. So when you resonate, when you deliver that message and show the value, that they see the value you offer more than the money, then there's a transference of trust, there's a transference of energy. They exchange money, and this is how your wealth, your value, manifests in financial abundance, in assets, and in monetary value. The first step of implementation, it is creation. One important caveat when we talk about implementation, there are 2 energies in the world, right? There's a giving energy, the energy that gives, and the energy that is receives. Masculine and feminine, right? Yin and yang. It's just a nature principle. It's not just spiritual principle. And like if you look at physics, if you look at nature, something is giving, something is receiving. The principle of wealth creation, the implementation is the energy of giving. This is when you give 100% and you give whatever you got. When you create wealth. You create value, so much value that people are ready to exchange their monetary value. This is portion when you create marketing, when you create offers, when you create promises, when you tell people, and it kind of translates to the previous principle of wealth creation, is your resonance, is your communication to your audience, to your team. But this is the portion when you create stuff. And another portion, and it's really important, that here's a very important transition, is a transition of delivery. After you created your wealth, your offer is your wealth. Your company is your wealth. Your services is your wealth. When you created the wealth, you have to deliver your wealth to other people. Again, we talked about that the implementation is the energy of giving, not receiving. You give, you deliver. This is when a lot of entrepreneurs will face difficulties if they break this principle. If you underdeliver your wealth that you created, if you don't give 100% to your customers, if you're not customer obsessed, then you see the implication. Under-delivering is really bad for your business. So you're simply going to work on the top of funnel constantly. But also, here's a spiritual implication. If you look at many entrepreneurs, our lives are not glorious. Mental health, family problems, divorce rate, addictive behavior. A lot of the time we are going through those difficulties because we might violate certain spiritual laws in our businesses knowingly or unknowingly. And majority of the time it's unknowingly, just because of our limitations, and it's how we actually build a bigger vessel to create better business. A lot of the time, one of the reasons why we are experiencing hardships in our lives and in our businesses is because we don't give enough to our customers, because we are under delivering the wealth. It goes beyond customer service. It goes beyond delivering on your promise. You under deliver wealth that you're supposed to give to other people that you promised. So that's really important. And the remedy for that is deliver what you promise. Have clear communication. Again, resonance communication, previous episode. Have very clear expectations. Over deliver. Go extra mile. And by the way, these are principles described in the Bible, in Holy Scriptures. When you come from the energy of giving, this is how you fulfill that spiritual principle. But when you try to receive, try to take in the place where you should be giving, when you under delivering the wealth, then we see spiritual implications. And the third step is continuation. Do it all over again. Create wealth, deliver 100%. By the way, it's not about spreading yourself thin. It's about, yes, you gotta know one of the principles is judgment for wealth creation. And judgment is not judging just other people. It's also like sobering discernment what you can deliver. If you can deliver certain things, don't create what you cannot deliver. Simple. This is how you not spread yourself thin. But when you create, you have to deliver 100%. You have to give 100% without holding back anything. Go extra mile if you have to. And do it again. 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 The continuation can also look like customer ascension. You create greater problem for them in a good way. In a good way. They grow. You expand their vessel so much so that they ask you, what is next? Like, that was so great. Where do I go from here? How do I work with you after that? This is continuation. People resonate with you so well when you create wealth, when you deliver your wealth to other people, and you distribute your wealth, people want to stay. And people want to continue and continue and continue. And by the way, all of those 10 principles are spiritual based. They're described in the Bible, in various scriptures and books. The most important part is that the wealthiest company in the world, they implement those principles in their company, regardless if they're spiritual or religious or not. A lot of non-religious or, on the surface, non-spiritual companies implement spiritual principles so well that they become wealthy. When it comes to wealth creation, one thing I want to say, you have to create with certainty. You have to give and deliver with certainty. You have to be certain in what you're delivering and what you're giving to other people. You can't create like just half-ass. You can't just deliver half-ass. If you're looking for mentorship, if you're looking for guidance, how to create a business or how to bring your business to the next level, I have private mentorship. You can work with me one-on-one. Send me a DM on socials. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Instagram. You can also grab the link in the show notes and fill out the form, and I will reach out to you. And if it is the right fit, we're going to work together. All right. Thank you so much. In the next episode, we're going to talk about the next principle, manifestation. Manifestation is a feminine energy, and it has nothing to do with genders, with biological genders. But this is when you created the wealth. When you created the wealth, when you deliver the wealth, when you repeat the cycle, the next logical step is to receive it. This is when all 10 principles come together, and the final outcome is when you receive your wealth. So in the next episode, we're going to talk about manifestation, probably 75%, at least 45% what I'm hearing on the internet has nothing to do with the right type of manifestation. So we're going to talk about manifestation next time. So it's going to be super good. Stick around and I will see you in the next video.